language, but I wasn't told until I prepared my presentation that I can speak in Korean. So it's a bit late, so I'll just give it a try. I usually wouldn't speak English during this early in the morning, so please understand if my English isn't at my best day. Okay, so before I start my presentation, quick question to the audience. Who here regularly watches or follows League of Legends Esports? Okay, that's a lot more than I thought. Can anybody recognize me? Okay, thanks. So I threw out this question because I've been working with our broadcast as a translator for our Korean pro players, and a lot of people actually ask if I'm a part-time translator or I just work for some events. So make sure to clarify that full-time writer and I'm fully dedicated to esports. So first, to give you a brief introduction of myself. My name is Moon Lee, and I'm the League Management Lead at Riot Korea Esports. League Management is consisted of two parts: player management and league operations. Player management is handling communication between pro teams, players, other related partners with Riot. So I'll be the middle mediator communication guy in between Riot and third parties. And also league operations, on the other hand, would be more like strict league format, league policy, league schedule, rule set, contracts, penalties, etc., etc. To put in easy terms, the player management is more the good cop, the nice guy that would approach teams to ask for their favors, ask for what they would need from Riot. And league operations would be more the bad cop, where when I would ever approach with league ops matter, be more strict penalty-wise communication. Also, I'm a really hardcore gamer. League of Legends is still my #1 hobby, and I'm probably ranked at the top 1.5 percentile at the most competitive server in the world. For those who are not too aware of Riot Games, to give you a brief, Riot Games was first founded in 2006 with one core mission: to become the most player-focused gaming company in the world. And our two founders, Brandon Beck and Mark Merrill, they were also really dedicated gamers at their during their college education. They would normally go to the LA PC cafes in their spare time, and when they were working on League of Legends, they knew that esports is essential, not optional. And ever since we first launched League of Legends, we had a cool vision to how to develop and work on esports, which is we want to make League of Legends esports into a global, multi-generational premier sport. Not esport, but we dream to become a sport. So we want to aspire gamers all over the world to become professional at what they do best. And we want to provide the professional playing experience and that high level of gameplay to all the fans that would enjoy League of Legends. We currently operate 14 professional leagues all over the world, and we're hoping to expand for more. Also, we want our players that mainly range in the late teens to early 30s to come watch our show with their friends and also their parents and their grandparents. Hopefully, when those players become adults, we want them to bring their own children so that they can share the esports experience throughout the family generation. And if we achieve those previous steps, we truly believe that we can step up and reach out to the major premier sports like baseball, basketball, hockey, that are indeed enjoyed and played globally and for decades. This is kind of dark, but this is a picture of our last year World Championship final stage. It was held in Beijing National Stadium, also known as the Bird's Nest. Actually, right before this final stage, we were really worried that a lot of local fans were going to show up because the Chinese teams were eliminated by the Korean teams at the semifinals. But thankfully, For the passionate Chinese fans, we were able to pack the whole stadium with 40,000 live audience. And they are all here to celebrate and witness the grand finale of the year's biggest League of Legends esports event. These are some numbers. We had $4.9 million US dollars as in total prize money, 1.2 billion hours of total hours viewed, 18 different languages of broadcast feeds, and this is my favorite part, 144 players from 28 different countries. This shows a direct comparison of League of Legends esports to other major sports. The number is the total viewership of the final event. So, even though this is only from last year, and hopefully we have improved from this year's World Championship event, but it's always really awesome to see that we are competing with those major traditional sports, and of course Super Bowl as the single most biggest sports event. I think we are stepping towards our goal vision. So how is Korea doing in this flourishing esports era? Sadly, this year, all the Korean teams lost in the early stages. Actually, here in Busan, like 3 weeks ago, all 3 teams lost at the quarterfinals and group stage. And actually, this is the first time ever since 2011 that a single Korean team was able to make the finals. And for those who follow League of Legends esports would know that Korean team failed to bring a single international championship back home. So this year we missed all the parties. We were left out. But we still have Faker. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he'll stay in Korea next year. Jokes aside, I truly believe that Korea still has the best infrastructure and player pool, and to bounce back next year and become the most threatening region next year. The previous slides, I try to show a basic overview of how our global esports have been doing. And from now on, I'll focus on how League of Legends esports has been formed and developed in Korea. So this is our mission. We want to promote LCK to be the most competitive esports league in the world with strong fandom and sustainable ecosystem. We are really proud that LCK has been the strongest region in the world, and as a Riot Korea esports team, we want to put our full support to maintain that champion status. When we first launched League of Legends in Korea and established a Korea branch, we were mainly focused on publishing our game, maintaining the game servers just to keep up with the new entrants. That even though we were super excited and eager to start building our esports, our own esports, we didn't have adequate infrastructure and ability to do so. Luckily in Korea, we had partners who already had deep understanding and experience in esports. We had broadcast partners like OGN, Spot TV, Nice Game TV, Africa TV. We also had Korea Esports Association, who already fully functioned as an esports federation and had a good relationship with the Korean government. And we had well-established teams that thrived ever since the beginning of esports, like SK Telecom, KT, Junior, CJ. So we wanted to continue to maximize the popularity of our game. So we decided to work closely with those third parties, and we put our investment into those parties to vitalize and build this League of Legends esports ecosystem. We also nurtured and focused on fostering the non-professional tier, the grassroots talent, by developing non-professional tier tournaments for the amateurs and the hobbyists. So overall, we wanted every single core League of Legends gamer to be able to participate and compete and have the similar esports experience at the suitable tier. So, however, as the Korean team started to dominate the global esports scene and our LCK league prospered, the pie began to grow a bit too big. Pro players started to demand for a higher salary, and pro teams had to vastly increase their expense to maintain a competitive team, and they start coming back to us for more support. Also, as we increased our broadcast partners for a wider reach, we had to also increase our budget on providing financial support for LCK broadcast. So at some point, we have to ask ourselves, is this truly sustainable? Can we maintain this system and keep up with this in the long run to truly make our sports multi-generational? So this is how we started to plan the phase 2 of our esports. We wanted the pie to keep growing, but we also needed the capital circulation in order for us to reinvest into the esports. We thought that we should get more directly involved because we know our sports best, and we have the most faith in our league of esports. And in order to keep our esports going for not only 1-3 years, but 5, 10, 20 years, we thought that we have to show more commitment, and we have to be more responsible of our league. And since we were confident that we can best deliver our own esports, our own League of Legends esports to pro teams, players, and fans, we started by showing our commitment by investing $100 million into a 10-year contract of an LCK stadium. Our LCK stadium, called the Lowell Park, just opened this year, August. For those who haven't had a chance to have a look at it or will be interested in visiting Seoul, feel free to contact me. It's a really awesome stadium. And we believe that with better infrastructure and bigger investment, that will lead to higher esports content quality. Which we believe that through higher esports content quality and more competitive games and motivated professional players, that will lead to overall upgrade of our league. And such product will be then delivered to our fans and to our platform and business partners, and the return of investment will come back to us. So to be fair, there are a lot of uncertainties in our esports future, but we strongly believe that our aggressive investment will lead to a virtuous circulation, and it will be a small step towards building stronger fandom and sustainable ecosystem. So we are still at the near beginning of our phase 2, and the upcoming 2019 LCK season will be the opening premiere of a new era. This is the end of my presentation. Please stay tuned for 2019 season and cheer for our new chapter next year. Thank you.